Hey y'all, back with Lauren, other Lauren, blonde, keto queen, whatever you want to call you. Just gonna keep adding nicknames.
Yes.
And we actually wanted to talk today about, so everybody thinks about macros,
yeah,
right? And you know, carbs, proteins, fats, calories, but what about everything else? So not just micronutrients, but literally everything else, right? So we wanted to kind of touch on a few things that, in our opinion, as coaches and, you know, through our schooling, that people kind of
neglect almost. Yeah.
And especially with like you know, a lot of people are getting their education now online.
Yes.
Especially through Instagram.
Yeah.
So, like, where are people missing a few just, like, key things?
Yeah. So, here's the problem is, at the end of the day, we do know that calories are king. Input versus output is going to help you reach your goals. However, that is not only it. So, if other things such as gut health, your sleep, which we talk about a lot, all these other factors aren't controlled, you're going to have issue reaching your goal even if you are in a deficit. So we just kind of want to go over that. Things that can suffer from like electrolyte imbalances, such as your training, which is going to impede on your ability to make progress.
That's a huge one. So sodium is really, really important.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people,
they're scared of it.
Yeah, they're scared of it. They don't even think to add it. Me and Cliff actually did a really good video on this maybe like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Just on like sodium. We were actually like in a hotel and we like had nowhere else to put it. So it's like this really
like
dim,
sketchy.
No, it's literally like dim lighting. We're like sitting on a couch and I'm like,
about salt.
Yeah, we're like, okay, this is like a Freudian couch. Just talking about salt over here. But it is a good video. We talk about salt in general.
Check it out.
Just check it out. Just go back.
Dig through the trenches.
You're gonna be like, whoa, this is a little weird. But
yes.
So just sodium in general, like I salt the shit out of my food now.
Same. Yes.
Ryan consumes an extreme amount of salt.
Yeah. He was like, you just gotta lather it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, we're like, oh.
Stop with the hand motion.
We're like, okay, man, whatever. Yeah.
Got it.
Ryan's like the weirdest person, as you guys know.
But for training, especially like here in Florida with this heat, like when you're switching into a different temperature like that, it becomes even more important, which I have realized. But we need sodium for muscular contraction, nerve impulse function, things like that. So it is like a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And we'll talk in a later video about how that also influences ability to be successful on a keto diet. So it's kind of all around.
It's super important. And I noticed that too, a lot of people, and this kind of plays into like the keto thing, but as they diet, they need more salt because they're just having less carbs.
Yes.
And so you know, sodium does help you retain fluid, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like people think that I'm retaining water, I'm going to hold 10 pounds. It's like, no. Like a normal, healthy level of like retention is actually safe for your body. That's actually why creatine works, is because it hydrates the muscle cell. And they always say a hydrated muscle is
an anabolic muscle and a safe muscle.
Yeah, so it's nerd things. Whatever. But so that, you know, it all kind of works in the same mechanism. So particularly if you're low on sodium, you're not going to be able to get a pump in the gym. You're not really going to be able to perform properly. So it does kind of all go hand in hand, not only from a physiological level, but also a performance and physique level. So, you know, that's why we manipulate sodium during peak week and things, you know, you have to kind of load and then taper and then just switch things around. And obviously that is just for one day, like one instance. But you know, that plays a huge role. Hey, I can't get a pump, I'm flat. Okay, we need more salt.
Right.
And everybody has a huge, big difference. Like some of my clients y'all are some salty ass bitches. And you know who you are if you're listening. But so a lot of people really underconsume. And then I notice that when we start tracking it for peak week. And I'm like, hey, we need to add some more salt in general. And because it's not something that I want people tracking all the time, because I know that that's like super like annoying. Nobody wants to do that. But every once in a while now I have clients like, hey, can you just like track your sodium for a few days? Like, let me know. And that can be really, really eye-opening. Yeah.
And things too, like you'll notice if you are kind of under-consuming sodium, then you go out to eat and you're somebody that's weighing yourself daily, you might see a spike on the scale the next day because of that sodium intake. Whereas now that I salt the shit out of all of my things, like I don't see so much of a difference when I do go out to eat. So that's just something else too. I think from a mental standpoint,
there's also that too. Like some people say, oh, it was the salt,
it was the sodium,
and it's like, okay, well, you also ate like
trash.
Yeah, you ate like an asshole. But also like sometimes there's just preservatives in foods that you don't realize, and like that your body might not respond. Or some people eat sushi, and I'm like, you know, they're like, oh, I don't feel good. I was like, well, there might be like a bug in there that they didn't cook. Like, you know, it's like literally raw fish. Like, you don't know what's in there. Like, so there's certain stuff like eating out, but the salt can definitely be a part of it. What would be the next one?
So another thing that we see a lot of is underconsumption of vegetables. Now,
and variety as well.
Variety, correct. Yeah, so obviously we have starchy and non-starchy vegetables. A good way to look at it is a non-starchy vegetable is going to be one that you can eat raw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like a basic tip to give to people if they're unsure. So that's like a lot of...
Try me starchy veggies.
But cruciferous vegetables, things like broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. So we see a lot of underconsumption and not a good variety. So people also, this kind of gets into the gut health thing and the fiber content. But before we get into that, if you're under consuming vegetables and you know it, because you know, get your OptiGreens, because
Seriously.
that is the shit. That stuff is legit. I suggest it to most of my clients now. The amount that you take and kind of how much you're able to handle at once is going to depend on the person and their like intestinal flora and things like that. But the very first probiotic strain that is in OptiGreens is one of the most well-researched strains out there. So it should do more good than harm for most people. Yeah. So, yes.
So the thing with OptiGreens in general, and if you guys follow me, you know that I post about it every single day. If you follow anybody if you follow anybody who's part of First Form, we all post about it. And the reason is because it is that good. Mm-hmm. So again, people are eating vegetables, right? But let's say you're eating vegetables at 2 meals, right? You're probably having a serving of vegetables, and you're probably having similar servings, right? Which is totally fine. But because everybody likes different stuff, like I'm not going to eat some shit that I like hate.
Right.
But you're missing out on a wide variety. And there's stuff in OptiGreens that like I'm never gonna eat, I'm never gonna cook.
Oh yeah, you would never get on your own.
You're just not gonna get it, right? So what the great thing about a powder like that, when it is a high quality one, because that's important, is that it does kind of take all these nutrients and bring them into like 2 small scoops, right? And the same thing with the OptiReds that just came out too. I've been getting a lot of questions about that. It's the same thing. It's just obviously it's a bunch of red, purple, blue kind of products, right? So some vegetables, some fruits, and it's basically just the nutrients that you're most likely not getting because of foods that you're not consuming in a high enough quantity. So it's really about quantity as well as variety. And then the great thing about OptiGreens as well, like Lauren mentioned, is that there are digestive enzymes and probiotics as well. So that's why we recommend that so much, because you're probably not getting enough variety or enough of an amount. So no, that is not your get out of jail free card. You still have to eat vegetables. But you're going to be covering a lot more bases when you do take products like that.
And I'll say to people that have asked questions about probiotics, we don't have a ton of research on pro and prebiotics. So I recommend something like this that's a little more mild and kind of like broad spectrum to people, as opposed to trying, and you cannot go out and pick your own probiotic. I'm sorry, you probably can't. You're going to have to find a professional to help you find the strain, the CFUs, things like that. So it's just, it gets complex and it might make your issue worse. So something like this that's just very broad spectrum, good for pretty much everybody. I think like go for that.
That's why they made it. Because it is, hey, most people can take this every single day. So that's a big thing that we notice. Not enough vegetables, not enough variety. And it's not just trying to like people, why is everybody all about this OptiGreen stuff? Like, no, it's literally that good.
It is. Like, it is. We don't recommend anything that we don't take ourselves or that we don't trust. And we don't even...
I have my whole family taking this. Like, it's not like I'm just like putting it out there like for no reason. Like, no, my grandmother takes this, okay?
Grandmother takes it.
Literally. So if grandma can take it, so
you can take it. Moral of that
story. So another thing that we see too a lot is like the high consumption of, not enough omega-3s. Coupled with too many omega-6s.
Yes, this is huge. I learned about it a little bit in my dietetic courses, but a lot of my own research has also led me to this. The ratio that we see nowadays is about 20-1. So 20 being the omega-6, which are going to be the pro-inflammatory omegas, and then the 1 is the omega-3s, which we want more of, so but we want more of a 2-1 ratio. So still omega-6s will probably reign a little bit over the omega-3s, but we want that to be 2-1, not 20-1. So where do we find omega-6s mostly? There are some foods that are considered healthy that contain omega-6s, you know, like some nuts and things like that, nuts and seeds.
Like chicken.
But like and we could get into that with organic and stuff like that. Is a little different, but where we see it a lot is going to be in like salad dressings, or when you go out to eat. Vegetable oils are trash. If you're confused, just look at how it's made and you'll be disgusted. But so ways to eliminate that are going to be, going more of like an olive oil route.
Ryan.
And really thinking about the quality of your food. And we discussed before we made this video, we see it a lot, especially with people that are dieting down to lower and lower calories. They're trying so hard to conserve their calories and pick the lowest cal option. But in return with that, so a good suggestion for me, or a good example that I see a lot is like Bolthouse Farms, like Walden Farms. They're drenched in chemicals, but they do have a lower macro count on the back if you look at the nutrition label. So a lot of people will gravitate towards those things as opposed to like olive oil and vinegar, which might carry more fat, but the anti-inflammatory response that you're going to get more with the olive oil and vinegar is way better than the Bolthouse and the Walden Farms. And we also know this is a quantity thing too, so don't drink the fucking Walden Farms.
Yeah. So that's really where a lot of the problems come from. So it starts sneaking in. If you have it in some foods, it's not the end of the world.
Oh, no.
Not trying to we're not fear
you can go out to eat and have something cooked in vegetable oil, you'll be fine. Yeah.
But every single day, because people try and drown their food in this kind of stuff because they're missing flavor.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people also just don't know how to cook.
No,
because I'm like, you just need to use seasonings that have no calories and
cured
no issues.
Seasonings.
Dude. Cured seasonings are the shit.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
But literally, people just don't think about I don't know, seasoning their food, and they're like, "Oh, this sucks," and it's like, no,
it's plain chicken. Of course
it
sucks.
can go a little bit farther. You don't always need a sauce or something that's gonna make it like that. So again, if you have stuff like that, it's totally fine, but just moderate it.
You won't die.
But some people, we just start to see really weird stuff, especially in the physique community, when people are low calories and they're trying to add all this stuff, and then they literally are just it's
and then they
very excessive.
And then we see other issues kind of develop from that, gut problems, things like that. What I'll say also is people don't really realize how little you actually need. So if you're cooking something in a skillet, you're currently using a Pam spray, which is vegetable oil or canola oil. And just because something says soybean oil, it's not good. It doesn't matter. Vegetable oil does not mean good because it has vegetable in the name. But you literally only need 1 gram of coconut oil in your skillet to fill it up. You don't have to do a full tablespoon and get the 14 grams of fat. You know what I mean? But that's a simple switch that can help. And
I use the coconut oil spray now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's fine too. Or there's avocado oil spray, things like that. Yeah. But
that one never comes out right now. I don't like that one.
Maybe it's just you.
That could definitely be it. Lauren's
sometimes you need to look inward.
Yeah, just it's looking right back at
you. So that's a big one that we see, and it's pretty easy to fix. And
what you can do too, so obviously knowing your food sources, but also supplementing with a high quality omega-3
fish oil
is absolutely essential because a lot of people
high quality.
Yeah.
High quality.
People don't understand. So I probably should make a whole video on supplements in general because people, first of all, there's two groups of people. There's people who say, "Oh, supplements don't work." That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah.
And then the other people who just buy the cheap stuff because they're like, "Oh, I need to take all the supplements." Not good. So if you know, which most people don't know about how they manufacture supplements, there's a huge difference. So when there's things that are more expensive, it's for a reason. A few products in general. Protein, 100%.
Yes.
Fish oil, 100%. So the way that people manufacture things is very, very different, and I probably should just do a whole video on this, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. But the thing with fish oil is that you're looking for a ratio of EPA and DHA. Yep. So you can have something that says fish oil, omega-3s, but if you go to let's say Costco, right, or somewhere like that, you're gonna, to get the amount of EPA and DHA that is recommended, you're gonna need 10 servings. Yes. Whereas if you get a quality fish oil, you're gonna need 2 pills.
Right.
And so fish oil is really great for a lot of things, but particularly anti-inflammatory, bringing down triglycerides. They've shown some help with insulin sensitivity, cognitive function. Fish oil is very well researched and very awesome. Yeah. And a lot of us just aren't getting the right amount of fish that we need with omega-3s or just food in general. Yeah. But having a quality one is so important, you guys, because a lot of people just see, oh, Sam's or Costco has, Walmart has cheap fish oil. Right. First of all, you have no idea if that's rancid or not. No. It most likely is. Yes. And second, the amount that you're going to need is not going to be any cheaper because, the actual, the
amount that you're going to have to take to get it is going to equal the 2 capsules that you're going to take from First Form or high quality.
There's literally, there's certain things that, price doesn't matter as much, right? But that is a huge thing.
Yeah, agreed. Quality is very important with supplements. And that's why we preach what we preach, and we are willing to pay a little more because the quality and what you're putting in your body matters. So don't just buy trash.
No.
Yeah.
Don't go do that. So so just to kind of recap, you guys, sodium is important for so many different things, physiological level, pumps in the gym, recovery, training, all that jazz.
Oh, recovery.
Staying hydrated. I mean, like, there's just so many things, right? Especially now that it's summer, it's hot, you're going to be sweating more. So sodium.
A really
and
water.
Yeah,
with that.
Both.
Yes.
So sodium, water. There's a really great way to get more in. They're called thermotabs. We actually will usually just, like, they don't dissolve that well, so we just swallow them.
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
We just munch on
we just chew them.
We just chew on electrolyte tabs. But those are a great option too for people. So sodium and water. Making sure that you're getting enough vegetables plus a wide variety of vegetables. Making sure that you switch up your foods because otherwise you are most likely going to develop some kind of food sensitivity to that food. So food variety, not just with vegetables, but just all foods in general. And then, watching your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Watching, kind of the food choices that you're making, particularly with vegetable oils, because they are very pervasive in our food sources now, and balancing that out with a high quality omega-3 supplement.
Yeah. So, and then to recap on kind of supplementation, we totally recommend the OptiGreens from First Form, OptiReds from First Form, fish oils from First Form. And then as far as like the omega-6s, some things that I have found that work really well for me as far as like a dressing goes, Primal Kitchen has great options that are more of like an avocado oil base, as well as if you have a Trader Joe's near you, they have some like their own brand of dressings, which are like apple cider vinegar, things like that.
The Green Goddess one?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's
so good.
So damn good. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you.
Yeah. And those will be better for people that are a little less fat. So if you were somebody that's tracking, those have a little less fat. Primal Kitchen will be great for somebody that's a little more high fat. So 2 good options there. I like to throw those out.
Yeah. I haven't tried the Primal Kitchen yet, but I've only heard really good things.
Yeah, they're really good.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope this was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions, of course. And if you've not already subscribed to our newsletter, you can go to teamlocofit.com, go to the top, hit subscribe. We get 2 newsletters a week, and you can also apply for coaching there.
Yeah.